Yes, good evening, everyone. Um, Good evening, everyone. Today, I have discussed with Reshma. She said that first aid she is taking, so I do not need to take first aid. So, I'll take this exceptional child topic today, and there is no PPT today, so I'll explain it through the notes. As I asked Reshma, she said that you can explain it through the notes only. So if in between you will have some query, you can just raise hand. I'll stop and I'll answer your query. Okay?
Just give me 2 minutes. I'll bring that note only. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put the note this one on.
Yes,
Two
yes. You
minutes.
can keep it in front of you. Yes. And all those questions which were shared on the group, have you all written the answers? If you don't get any of the answer of the given questions, you can just ask on the group so that I can share the answer with you, or you can write it yourself. It is convenient to you. Should I start? Today there will be one session only. As Reshma said, take one session a day. Two sessions are too long for you all because you have babies at home, so you need to take care of your family as well. So I'll take one session only. Swapna, are you back?
Yes, ma'am. I'm back. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah. So the exceptional child. Why we call some child an exceptional child? Because obviously the child is a little bit different from rest of the group of children. That's why. So in every classroom, the teacher will come across a variety of children, those who are very bright, those who are logical in their approach, those who are extremely talented in music or in painting, those who are aggressive and constantly bullying other children, those who are shy with and withdrawn and unable to mix with their peers, those whose speech patterns are defective. That is, they either lisp or stammer or mumble, means they cannot speak like common children speak. They mumble, they stammer, like I want to say, like this they speak. Those who may trail behind in their lessons or fail to understand what is being taught, the range is indeed large. Means the children, those who are facing all these issues in their behavior, in their learning capabilities, these children are also known as exceptional. They are not common children, so they are known as exceptional children. They have special needs and they require special care and attention for their education, and these children thus known as exceptional children. So, the things that makes them different from other children are their different type of talents and their different mode of learning. They need different methodologies for teaching, and they are bright student, but they are bright in different spheres of their life. For example, the child cannot speak well, but the child is exceptionally well in painting. The child may not learn the table, but the child is exceptionally well in playing the instrument. These type of talents are blessed to such children, and that's why they are called as exceptional children. Exceptional, the term exceptional means different things to different people. Some use it when referring to the particularly bright child or the child with unusual talent, which I just explained with example. Others use it when they refer to any atypical or deviant child. There have been various attempts to define an exceptional child. There are two famous educationists, those who have explained exceptional child in their words. Cruikshank also holds similar view when he defines an exceptional child as a child who deviates intellectually, physically, socially, or emotionally so much from what is considered to be normal growth. Means their intellectual level, their physical growth, their social behavior, and their emotional, means how they carry their emotions, how they react to their feelings, they are little bit different from normal children and development, and he cannot receive maximum benefits from regular school program. And due to this growth graph of exceptional children, many a times they feel difficulty in regular school programs, and they require special classes or supplementary instructions and services. Means if in the classroom of 20 preschoolers you get one or two exceptional children, you need to modify your methodology. You need to identify what type of exceptional child that child is. And there are different type of category of exceptional children also. So you need to identify it and you need to change your methodologies accordingly. Many a times if the number of exceptional children high in a classroom, special educators are being appointed to handle them. But if in the classroom of 20 only one is there, it can be managed by regular teachers as well with special care. Howitt and Furness have given a comprehensive definition of an exceptional learner. An exceptional learner is an individual who, because of uniqueness in sensory, physical, neurological, temperamental, or intellectual capacity, and or in the nature and range of previous experiences, requires an adaptation of the regular school program in order to maximize his or her functional level. What I have explained you just now, that somebody is admitting. Just a minute, let me check who is that. Ankita. Hi, Ankita. I have just started with exceptional child, so you can just
Ma'am.
continue along with us. How are you?
Hello, ma'am. Yes, I'm
Hi.
fine, ma'am. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
have just given the definition of exceptional child, that the child who has been gifted by the Almighty in different spheres, but they face some learning disorder or they face some learning difficulties. Those group of children are known as exceptional children. Whether the child can be a very good painter, but he feels difficulty to speak. A child, Sneha is also joining. Just a minute, I'll allow Sneha to join. Hi, Sneha. Yes. So exceptional children are those who are blessed with special talents, but they feel difficulty in normal classroom with normal educators. Normal educators means there are two types of trained educators. One is trained for taking care of special need children. Those are known as exceptional children. And another one, they are common educators having nursery teacher training and all these things to cater all common children. So what is the difference between common children and exceptional children? Exceptional children are blessed exceptionally in some of the fields, but they have some difficulty in regular teaching learning method, or in the classroom. So these children need extra care, extra teaching aids. They also need extra methodologies. Suppose if you are teaching rhymes with the verbal thing only, so these children will need videos also. These children will need different type of visual aid. These children will need different methodology to teach the rhyme. Normal methodology will not work on these children. That's why they are known as exceptional children. The child may have difficulty in speaking, the child will mumble or stammer, but the child will be excellent in painting. Like when you will compare these children to their age children, their paintings will be excellent, their instrumental music playing capability will be exceptional. So, this is how the Almighty balances their skills. If they are low in some place, they are higher than common children in another sphere of their life. So they are known as exceptional children. So all children traditionally labeled as exceptional fall under this definition. Means all these, those who have intellectual um, uh, difference or physical, social, emotionally, they are exceptional. They fall under this category. And an analysis of these definition indicates the following facts about the exceptional child. So, out of these two definition given by Howard Furness and Cruikshank, we derived a few characteristics of exceptional children. So, what are they? They need to be taught in right direction with suitable methods and materials in a suitable environment and with right spirit. Right spirit means uh, a little bit enthusiasm, a little bit more positivity will be needed to teach such children. The exceptional child is a unique child. His uniqueness may be noticed in one or more of the following dimensions: vision, hearing, movement, perceptual motor. Perceptual motor means motor is related to physical activities, and perceptual means the thought process the child makes. So these are different things in which we can notice such children, their communication skills, social, emotional, and intelligence level. Thus, the blind, deaf, crippled, learning disabled, speech handicapped, emotionally disturbed, socially disadvantaged, mentally retarded, slow learners, and gifted children are called exceptional children. The uniqueness of the exceptional child may also be noted in the amount and quality of previous experiences received in home. Means when they are very small at their home and a mother handles them with different care and extra methodology the mother applies to grow that child, that is also one of the reason to see their exceptional behavior in the school. And the uniqueness of the child may be in the negative direction as well, as in the case of handicapped children, or in the positive direction, as in the case of gifted and creative children. Two types of exceptional children are there. One is in negative form, and another is in positive form. Positive form means a gifted talent can be found in the child, and in negative means the child is impaired, uh, hearing impaired, visual impaired, or handicapped, like that. Contrary to the popular view, the exceptional child has potential for growth and learning, but he cannot profit from the regular school program. So, he requires modification or adaptation of his school practices, special education, and other related services in order to maximize his functioning level. Means if you get any special or exceptional child in your class and you identify what is the type of exceptional thing in that child, You need to work extra in that sphere. Suppose a child is hearing impaired child and he is an exceptional child. So how will you teach that child a rhyme because the child is not able to listen? So you need to put extra effort in your teaching methodology. You need to show different type of actions, gestures. You need to learn some sign languages. You need to show them videos so that if they cannot hear, they can at least see it and learn. So this is how we need to, as teacher, we need to put extra effort when we handle exceptional children in our class. The disabled, disadvantaged, disturbed, and the gifted children are exceptional children, and they need special care. So we have classified exceptional children in different types. First category comes with hearing handicap or hearing impaired children. These children, in the course of time or by birth, their hearing mechanism are damaged and they feel difficulty to listen things and language development because they do not listen, so their language is also not developed well. Loss of hearing is found in them. So degree of hearing loss is less in some children while it is more severe in other. Comparatively, there are different type of hearing impaired children. Some can listen a little bit by with the use of mechanism or instrument, that aid, hearing aid we call it. They put it in the ear and they can listen. But there are some exceptional children who totally cannot listen. So they are called as deaf. But in modern language, we do not use deaf word because it doesn't sound sensitive. So we have replaced deaf word with hearing impaired or hearing challenged children. We do not call them deaf. And the hard of hearing children are those children who have hearing loss but who can hear if spoken too loudly with supplement, which I have just explained. That if the hearing aid will be put, they can listen. For such children, education in general school in common with other children is not difficult. Why? Because they can hear using their hearing aid. But the children, those who are totally unable to hear, in common classroom, they face difficulty. And that's why they have special techniques, school or especially trained teachers to guide or to facilitate in the school. Children with hearing impairment need hearing aid, auditory training, more of visual cues. Just I have explained you that you have to add all those teaching aids that can help the child to understand the concept by visual things like videos or teaching aids or gestures or actions, all these things. They also need ENT specialists, special education, and other supportive aids and services. The special needs of such children differ depending upon the type and nature of hearing loss, the quality of previous training received in the home and preschool centers, etc. So, in normal school, you only get partially hearing impaired children, those who use hearing aid and can listen to you. Totally hearing impaired children do not come to the common school because they need totally different type of teaching learning process. So they go for special education. Second type of exceptional children are visual handicapped, visual. So there are also different type of visual impaired children. Visual handicapped children are those who have problem in vision. They cannot see things properly. Some visually handicapped children can read large print and are functional in their environment, whereas some have severe vision loss and cannot be taught through visual methods. And the visual loss is measured with the help of Snellen charts. Snellen chart is, you might have seen it in eye specialist clinic, where they check the power of the glasses, the spectacles. It comes with different sizes of the alphabets and numbers, bigger to smaller. That chart is known as Snellen chart. And when the teacher uses this chart, the teacher can understand whether the child has some visual difficulty or not. Depending upon the degree of loss, they may be partially sighted or blind. If they can see some of the alphabets on Snellen chart, they are partially blind or visual handicap. If they are not able to read any of the alphabet on that chart or any of the number on the chart, the teacher understands that the child is totally visually handicapped. And partially sighted are those who require large print or magnified print materials. Their visual acuity is low, 20 by 70 in the better eye. This is the vision things, means they can see 20 feet distance, what a normal child can see 70 feet distance things. So their eyesight may be weak due to short sightedness, means near object they cannot see, they cannot see far object as well. Sometimes they are feeling, if we will keep something at the distance, blurry image will be seen by them. And many a times they face glaucoma, a disease that in the course of time, a disease in which optic nerve is affected. Optic nerve, a nerve that is connected to the eyes for clear vision, that nerve is affected, and in the course of time the child totally lose his vision. This is how visual handicapped children can be identified, whether they can see near object, whether they can see far object, whether the object is clear to them at some distance or it is blurry, like that. The blind are those who need to be taught through braille. Now comes partially visual impaired, which I have just explained that if you will show bigger picture, they will be easily seeing them, and they can read bigger font alphabets or numbers, but totally visually impaired children cannot see, so they need braille system. Braille is a language in which dots are there on the paper, which the child touches and understand what alphabet is written. So that language is being taught in special school. In regular school, braille system is not there. Neither the teacher is trained to teach how to read the braille. So such children cannot study in normal school system. So they get admitted in um, special schools. They need orientation training, mobility training, more of oral instructions depending upon the degree of loss of vision. So such children we see only in special schools or only in visual impaired children's schools, because their teacher need different training. Not if you will try to teach them, you will not be able to. Even I cannot teach them because I do not know braille language, so I cannot guide them. Third comes children with mental retardation. Mental retardation also comes in three categories. What is mental retarded? What do you mean by mentally retarded children? They have lower level of intellectual functioning and have problem in social adaptation. If you will wish to make them sit with all the children normally, they will do something. They will tickle something. They will hit or they will do anything that will disturb the class discipline. Normal class discipline. What do we call? But as they are not normal children, they are special children, So they do not understand all those instructions which are given to the common classroom scenario. So there are various degrees of mental handicap children, and we have divided it into three parts. The first is the educable mentally retarded, means the children whose intellectual level is such that we can train them, we can educate them in schools. They can adjust themselves socially, and they are not recognized as retarded at preschool level. In preschool, they do everything like all children do. They need repetition of instruction only. Means if you will tell, open the book, page number 37, all common children will listen it in one instruction or two instruction. But such educable mentally retarded children will need this instruction. You need to go nearby them. You need to personally give them instruction. This is how you will identify that there is some problem with the child. The child is exceptional. Means everybody is understanding my instruction. Why this child is not understanding? This is how gradually we identify such children. So, teachers should observe the adaptive behavior of such children so that they can be identified in the early stages of their schooling. So, educable mentally retarded children understand things, but not in one instruction or two instruction. They may need five or six instruction for each action you want to be done by the children. Second comes the trainable mentally retarded children. These children can be trained in vocational areas. They do not understand all educational stuff that we teach in the school. They can do some motor skills, or we call it life skills thing, like making candles or making jute basket, or artistic things, painting, coloring, stamp, block printing, all these things the child can be trained in. But if you will teach all conceptual knowledge, all theoretical knowledge, the child will not understand. And this is how trainable mentally retarded children are being trained by their schools. Third comes custodial mentally retarded children that need help in developing daily living skills. They can be educated in special institution, in special classes. They are very poor in adaptive behavior and they need constant care and attention. So, custodial mentally retarded children do not uh, mm, uh, go anywhere alone. Everywhere there is some assistant with them so that they can hold their hand and walk, and they can use washroom with the help of that person, like that. So, among all these three type of mentally retarded children, um, uh, that custodial mentally retarded children are just are the most exceptional children, those who need personal assistant. With in many schools, I have seen that they have one shadow teacher with them. Without shadow teacher, they cannot go anywhere. Every time a teacher will be there along with such children. So this is CMR. After mentally retardation, Shalini and Ankita, Sneha, Swapna, you all have notes with you? Do you all have notes with you?
Yes,
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 ma'am.
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 Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So till here, everything is clear. If any doubt, you
Yes,
can just ask me so that I can go ahead.
no problem with this.
No problem?
No,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now, next come children with learning disability. These children, why they are called, they are known as children with learning disability, because their intellectual function, how the brain responses, how the this nervous system and this cognitive system coordinates with each other. There is some problem in such children. They're neither mentally retarded, nor do they have visual or hearing problem, but they have problem in speaking, reading, writing, arithmetic, listening, and comprehension. When we will not understand when the coordination of senses and the message that goes to the brain and what the action brain tells, if there is um, poor coordination, these things will be faced by the children. And it is not in the hand of children, it is their body things, or it is in their brain, or these physical things. So it is not done by them. Actually, it is, whether it is by birth, or it is in the course, it happens due to some accident, or it happens due to some deficiency of nutrients when the child is in a womb of mother. So all these things happen, there is history behind such children. So what we need to do, why they cannot speak, maybe some of the nerve uh, is pressed somewhere in their body, that is not recognized in early phase of their childhood, or there may be some nerve in the vocal cord that is not grown, or oxygen is not um, properly provided to that nerve in the vocal cord, so they are not able to read, they are not able to speak. So like this, multiple disorder can be found in some children, and they may be due to cerebral dysfunction. Cerebral means the brain part dysfunction, emotional behavior disturbances, but it is not due to mental retardation, sensory handicapped, or instructional practices. So, depending upon the degree of disability, such children may be categorized into mild learning disability, disabled, or severe learning disabled children. Two types of children, such children we find. Such children have a severe discrepancy between their achievement and intellectual ability, and such children may have the following specific problem: reading disability, writing disability, problem in comprehension and communication, problem in numerical ability. And these children need repetition and drill, cognitive modeling. What is cognitive modeling? Means for every concept you need to plan some different lesson plan and teaching it. Like if you are teaching a concept of number, you have to make such teaching aid that will go through a triangle. And what is the triangle? The thought process, the feeling, and the behavior. Thought process, feeling, and behavior. These three corners of the triangle you need to cover while making teaching aid when you handle such children in the classroom. And multisensory experiences, remedial instructions. Multisensory experiences means, suppose we are teaching them this taste taste in EVS. So we need to provide all teaching aid with what they can understand, that this is sweet taste. They need to taste on the tongue. If you will teach like this, ice cream is sweet, and banana is sweet, they will not understand. They need to taste at the moment what is sweet. Then they will correlate. Okay, sweet is this. Like when eat banana, what I feel, that taste is called sweet, like this. So they need multisensory experiences with the help of teaching it, and with the help of different type of teaching aids. Just example I have given about taste. If you want to teach them rough and soft and smooth, then on also you need to help them to touch and feel that this is rough, this is smooth, this is this. If you will verbally teach them, they will not understand. Children with speech handicap,